Hey guys, Keanu Oliva here, CEO and founder of dentalchiromarketing.com and chairman of Alaska Sales Increase. And man, am I excited to be presenting this video to you today. We'll be covering some more complex marketing strategies and how to grow your dental or chiropractic clinic. And some of the ideas we'll be explaining might be a little controversial and a little confusing. So things are definitely going to be really interesting and extremely valuable. If you can take these concepts I'll be teaching to you today, you can add tens of thousands of dollars to your bottom line revenue and position your clinic as a superior care provider compared to your competition. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. So in this presentation, we'll be covering why most dentists and chiropractors fail in online marketing. So first, why should you listen to me? I think it's really important to vet your sources whenever you're getting some valuable information in terms of business. So, one, I've been doing digital marketing for 3 years now, full time. I've generated tens of thousands of dollars in revenue for my dental and chiropractic clients. I'm a full-time digital marketer who specializes in dental and chiropractic marketing. And then here's just a current update, some current events around one of the clients that I'm working with. The last campaign I ran for a dental client brought him over 100 dental implant leads at an average cost of 30 cents per click in a hyper-competitive area, Miami, Florida. And additionally, I've also taken a screenshot of my Adwords search notification. My search certification, excuse me, and there's a screenshot for those of you who are cynics of my actual AdWords search certification. I'm currently in the process of getting Facebook Blueprint certified as well. So in short, I eat, sleep, and breathe digital marketing for dentists and chiropractors. I live and die by the sword of digital marketing and my capability to produce results for clients. So over the past year, I've noticed a trend amongst some of my clients and prospects that has really started to concern me, and I see it affecting so many dentists and chiropractors who are trying to grow their clinic with online marketing. At this point, the cat's out of the bag. We all know that online marketing is the most profitable avenue in terms of advertising your business. It's the most trackable. You can see the ROI. You know how many people clicked on the ad, how many people called you from that ad, etc. But most people are fundamentally going about it the incorrect way, and they're burning their capacity to actually create leverage in their business. So I actually want to break down that huge error and a couple of large mistakes I see out in the landscape of digital marketing. Full disclosure, by the way, I'm also going to take some of the blame on behalf of my fellow digital marketing agencies. So I am the CEO and founder of a digital marketing agency, dentalchiromarketing.com, and I think that a lot of other marketing agencies that work with you guys don't give you the full picture of online marketing. And it's because in the sales process of engaging with dentists and chiropractors, most people don't have the time, energy, or attention span to break down all the information I'll be sharing with you today, because it is high level, it is complex, there's a lot to consider when it comes to online marketing, and most businesses are so focused on the money grab, making a quick dollar, selling their digital marketing services, that they don't actually take into account the full picture on behalf of their clients. So my goal in this presentation is to give you that full picture so you can arm yourself with this knowledge when engaging with an agency, whether it be my agency, hopefully, or another marketing agency. So let's just get going. Here we go. So as a result of marketing agencies making false promises, most dentists and chiropractors have unrealistic expectations of digital marketing. What do I mean by that? Well, digital marketing can be extremely profitable, and that's just a fact, but the majority of the profits are made in digital marketing through a series of events, a series of sequential advertising, and most of you guys are not using that sequential advertising appropriately. So let's just kind of dive into the psyche of the average dentist and chiropractor. Here's what most dentists and chiropractors think when it comes to online marketing. All right, here we have Facebook. We have people hanging out on Facebook, and a somewhat educated chiropractor all right, who went to a seminar, bought an online course or whatever. Like, this is his basic understanding of Facebook. People hang out on Facebook. Awesome. I can run an ad to those people on Facebook with an offer. Then those people will redeem the offer, and my clinic will make money. Very, very basic knowledge. People on Facebook, I should run ads to them. I'll make money. That's the concept. And this doesn't have to be Facebook. It could be YouTube. It could be Instagram. It could be Snapchat, Twitter, whatever social platform you want to use. Now, this graph is effectively, it makes sense. Okay, in theory, it makes sense. But in practice, this is missing a lot of context. Okay, and most of you guys are not doing this the right way because this is missing so much context. We're going to break down what I'm talking about soon. And then the same basic graph, your guys' understanding of online marketing applies to Google AdWords as well. You know, when people are advertising on Google AdWords, most of you are like, okay, people search on Google, great. They're going to click on my ad if I show them an ad within the search engine results page, and then people will opt in or call the clinic, and that will make me money. So run an ad on a platform that has attention, get that attention, get them to convert, okay? That's the basic understanding of, for the most part of you guys, on Google AdWords. So this little map that I'm covering right now has caused tons of dentists and chiropractors to fail at online marketing. A lot of you are burning through your cash reserves because you are advertising like this and you're not considering the context of your advertising, right? You're just looking at this very simple equation. People on some online platform, run ad on said platform, expect people to convert into sales. And this is a huge no-no. It's a huge mistake. You are literally stabbing yourself in the foot every single time you run an ad with this basic understanding in mind, and you're not actually looking at the full picture from a 30,000-foot view. So what am I talking about here? Well, here's the reason, right? This little map doesn't take into account two major things. One, how much your audience knows, likes, and trusts you. What is their brand affinity with you as a care provider, right, as a chiropractor or a dentist, and how well do they know your dental clinic, right? Like, what is the conversation out in the marketplace around your specific dental clinic? Number two, also your positioning in the marketplace relative to competitors. Are you positioned as a premier service provider? Right? Do you have tons of credibility? Do you have the Google reviews? Do you have all of those things that position you as a more desirable service provider over everyone else? Or do you just look like the average dentist, the average chiropractor? See this little map right here? It doesn't take into account those concepts whatsoever. So number one, let's dive more into that point. Know, like, and trust your audience. Okay? The better your audience knows, likes, and trusts you as a medical provider and your clinic, the faster you can go for the sale, right? Because those people are warmed up to the idea of doing business with you. It's the concept of people do business with their friends, right? So all things given all things equal, people will always do business with their friends over a stranger. That's just due to familiarity. People are comfortable with other individuals they know. Conversely, if your audience is cold, they don't know, like, or trust your business, you cannot expect an immediate sale. Now, do please excuse the typo right here. I did type this up very late at night. And a lot of you, this is where you're making your mistakes. You're running an ad on these said platforms that I was talking about, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever, Google AdWords. You're running an ad on that said platform, and you're expecting an immediate sale. You're expecting an ROI. When in reality, you haven't built out a relationship with the audience you're trying to monetize whatsoever. So you're not incentivizing these human beings, because at the end of the day, you're advertising to human beings, right? You're marketing to human beings. It's not a computer. It's not an algorithm. It's not some widget. You're trying to influence human psychology. So these people who don't have any familiarity with you, you're just trying to sell to them. You're the equivalent of like the person in the mall who's selling lotion. You're walking up to everybody, with your dental chiropractic services, with your little lotion packet, and you're like, hey, can I sell you some stuff? Odds are you're going to piss off 98% of your viewers, and you're going to convert 2 to 3% of the viewers of your ad. Sure, that might be profitable, but in the long haul, you end up damaging your brand and your ability to monetize your local population. So you win the battle, but you lose the war. Number 2, positioning. How does your brand compare to your competitors? Super important concept here. Be honest with yourself. Do you have a strong online presence? Do you have clear authority in the marketplace? Do you have tons of reviews? Like, what will the marketplace see when they do a basic search of your company? And then go ahead and look at everyone else that looks exceptional compared to you. You have to accept that reality. People are going to find your clinic online. They're not going to get the opportunity to walk up, shake your hand, and meet you in person first. That opportunity is gone. It's 2018. People are going to see your online presence first, then determine from your online presence whether or not they want to do business with you. You also have to ask yourself, what makes you special and better than every other dentist or chiropractor in terms of your online presence? And how are you communicating that, right? If you're a dentist and you have superior equipment, you use superior science-based techniques, are you communicating that effectively on your website? Are you communicating that effectively through your video ads? Are you communicating that effectively through your patient testimonials? What are you doing to prove to your audience and earn their trust that you're unique, you have a unique selling proposition, a value-add proposition, and you're superior, you're better than everyone else? We have to realize in the age of 2018 and the internet, we all can be replaced at the snap of a finger. Just like that. People go on their iPhone, they type in dentist near me, they're going to see 20 people just like you. And odds are there are other people who have a lot more experience than you, who have much better positioning than you, and those people are probably whooping you right now in terms of digital marketing. So you have to confront that reality and realize you are in a competition, okay? And you need to make sure that you're leveraging yourself in every way possible in an advantageous way to make yourself stand out and get more people attracted to your brand, your clinic, you specifically as a service provider over other individuals. Because at this point in time, dentistry and chiropractic, they've never been more competitive. There are a lot of chiropractors here in Anchorage, Alaska, our headquarters. There are a lot of dentists here in Anchorage, Alaska, in our headquarters. And this isn't even a large metropolitan city. You go down to Atlanta, Georgia, or Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, there's a person on every single block. So you have to figure out the fundamentals of this. What are you going to do to make yourself stand out and have that unique value-add proposition? Let's just go back and actually take a look at this basic little map right here. Do you see how all of a sudden this map kind of loses its worth somewhat? If you don't have those 30,000-foot view thoughts in place and you're not considering that perspective, this little map isn't anything. It's just a very basic way of running advertisements. You have to put this approach into context. Context is so important. All right, so let's dive deeper into these ideas. Know, like, and trust plus positioning. So these are all higher level concepts, obviously, and they're considered to be branding. They fall underneath the umbrella of branding. And branding can be summed up in this one succinct question. How well known are you, and what is your position in relation to everyone else? Very powerful question to ask yourself when you're advertising. This question alone, if you fully answer this question and you reverse engineer marketing campaigns from this question alone, you will increase your bottom line by tens of thousands of dollars. So I want you to burn this question into your head, okay? How well known are you, and what is your position in relation to everyone else? Once you get that answer, you can start reverse engineering how to outmaneuver your competition in terms of advertisements. So I actually have a couple of examples on the screen in front of me, and I want to dive more into what I'm talking about. So here we have Coca-Cola. It's a huge brand. Everyone's familiar with it. They're the big dogs in the carbonated soft drink soda industry. Everyone knows Coca-Cola. Then we have Sprite, right? Everyone's familiar with Sprite. Everyone knows Sprite. They both have brand, but Coca-Cola has leverage. Everyone knows Coca-Cola is doing a better job than Sprite. Also, Coca-Cola, they sell in a very unique way. When you see an advertisement from Coca-Cola, you don't see an ad of where it's like, oh, we use this syrup and blah, 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 blah. And they talk about the refreshing taste of Coca-Cola. That's what they focus on. And they also show a lot of people happy, hanging out, socializing, share a Coke with a friend. Like, it's a social thing. They're storytelling through their ads. With Sprite, what I've seen is, they have that same social aspect, but they don't pull it off quite as well. They don't have that unique selling proposition and that storytelling style of advertisements as much as Coca-Cola. Then with Nike, this is even a better example. With Nike, when was the last time you saw an ad from Nike where they were specifically just talking about the shoe? Like, never. They never specifically just talk about the shoe. They're selling a commodity, shoes of all things. But this brand is a multi-billion-dollar brand. When you see an advertisement from them, they add value to their viewers through storytelling. It's entertainment. And it's also very, very closely tied to the idea of their company, right? Their company is enveloped in this idea that they give good products and quality products to elite athletes. So when you see an advertisement from Nike, you don't see an ad talking about the specifics of the shoe. You see an ad showing the poor Chinese boy practicing basketball late at night. Then he goes through high school, fails to make it on the high school team. Then you see him practicing early in the morning and late at night, and he makes it on the high school team. And then he goes to the U.S. and then wins the U.S. high school championship. And then he becomes a pro in the U.S. NBA, right? And you see him rise through the ranks and become a champion. Nike's selling the champion idea. And the value they provide to their audience is that dream, that drive, that ambition, the storytelling. They're not selling on the commodity. Conversely, Fila. When you see an ad from Fila, you see them focus on the quality, the mesh, the clothes, but Fila is a lower quality brand compared to Nike. Nike has leverage, Coca-Cola has leverage, Sprite doesn't have as much leverage. Fila definitely does not have anywhere near the leverage that Nike has. And then the biggest of them all in terms of know, like, and trust and positioning, we have Apple, the most successful brand on planet Earth. What do they position themselves as? How do they build familiarity with their audience? They sell disruption. They sell innovation. They sell these sexy, sleek, well-designed pieces of technology that are easy and intuitive, but also against the grain, hipster almost. When you see an ad from Asus, they focus on the megabytes and RAM space or whatever, and Asus is nowhere near the evaluation of Apple. So you have to ask yourself, okay, well, these large companies that are massively successful, they're providing value to their audience in a unique way through storytelling, through branding, and they have this abstract way of marketing to their audience, and then all of a sudden it kind of ties into way more sales, Keanu. So where are you headed with this? I'm going to explain some more in this presentation. Just stay with me, okay? All right, so first off, we're going to start off with a bad example, all right? So without this perspective that I just showed you, your marketing is going to have some blind spots. Again, excuse the typos. I wrote this very late at night. Your marketing is going to have some blind spots, causing you to burn through cash. So this is an example of bad advertising, okay? Below we have these two ads. We have these two ads, and basically the way I found these advertisements is that there's an agency, a third-party agency I've been spying on. I spy on basically all of my competitors because I want to know what's going on out there as an agency and what I can do to provide a superior service. So this agency that I was spying on, they basically copy and paste their marketing approach and they sell it for like $850 per month or whatever retainer fee they have. And then the problem with running an ad like this as a chiropractic office, all right, all this information I'm giving to you is in your best interest, okay? It's not in my best interest, just so you know, full disclosure. The problem with running an ad like this, it's copy and paste, literally word for word with the offer, the style, the conversion carousel, everything, like just all this stuff, is that it's so focused on the conversion. It's so focused on the sales that there's no consideration of branding. There's no consideration of the clinic's positioning in their marketplace. There's no consideration of the know, like, and trust familiarity with their audience. Both of these ads were targeting cold audiences, people who have never met the chiropractors, people who were not familiar with the brand whatsoever. Yet these were the only ads that these clinics were running, the only ads. So this wasn't even part of a remarketing strategy. Now the issue with running ads like this, where you're just going for the sale with a cold audience, is you end up positioning your clinic as a Fila. You end up positioning your clinic as a Sprite. You end up positioning your clinic as an Asus. You want to start up high in the clouds and advertise like Nike, provide value to your audience through storytelling, through value add propositions, through better quality branding, then transition into a sales conversation. And that's the magic power behind these brands. They start high up in the clouds, gather attention with mass appeal through storytelling, through providing value, through really, and the value, the perceived value from these brands, what is it? It's entertainment and education. It's a combination of those both. Entertainment and education, then that translates into a sale from a larger audience that's being attracted to the brand in a magnetic way. With this comes more off as spam within your newsfeed. If a cold audience, a person who doesn't know, like, or trust you, sees an ad like this, I would say 95% of your audience will not convert. And sure, you might get 5% to convert. Really, you're going to get 2 to 3% of the people who see these ads to convert. You're going to make money and profits in the short term. Don't get me wrong, this is profitable in the short term, but in the long term, you lose the war. So you win the battle, but you lose the war because you were being short-sighted and you were so focused on making $1 back from your Facebook ad instead of starting in the clouds, building leverage long-term, then translating into profitable sales. And I also want to ask you something. Whenever Nike runs a brand storytelling ad, and it's this huge production. Now, I'm not suggesting you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to do what Nike does. I'm not suggesting that. I get it. You have to have realistic expectations of yourself to an extent. But you can do this on a micro level. I mean, they're just providing value to their audience first and then going for the sale. You can do the same exact thing as a dentist, same exact thing as a chiropractor, right? So, for example, as a chiropractor, instead of running an ad like this, where you're just going for the sale right away with some generic images that were taken in your office, why don't you put together a video ad campaign on Facebook, introducing yourself to your audience, providing some value, talking about the misconceptions of chiropractic care, and you could literally, it could be a video like this. I'll role play with you right now. Hey guys, my name is Dr. John with Advanced Family Chiropractic here in Houston, Texas, and I want to put this video together for you guys because I've noticed that a lot of people out there don't fully understand what chiropractic is, and I know a lot of you might be experiencing some pain right now, whether it's neck aches, back pain, lower back pain, sciatica, whatever it might be, and I wanted to explain what chiropractic is. So, the biggest thing that I get is only people who get in car accidents see the chiropractor, and nothing could be further from the truth. So I myself, as a chiropractor, this is my function, this is what I do, okay? I help you live as optimally as possible. That sounds very abstract, so what am I talking about? Well, as a chiropractor, I focus on your spine, the structure of your body in relation to your spine and your nervous system. Why is that and how is that valuable? Well, most people don't understand this, but a lot of your bodily pain comes from a misalignment in your spine and how the nerves are being affected in that very important area of your body. If you have a vertebrae tilted off, off-kiltered or your hips are off-kiltered, it can lead to issues later on in the future, and it might even be affecting you right now if you're experiencing chronic pain, where one of your nerves is getting pinched, and that's what causes chronic pain. So most people, they reach for the pill bottle, and they have a monthly medicine subscription, rather than addressing the root cause. So as a chiropractor, what I do is I step in. It's my job to make sure that you see me as little as possible. That's one of the big fears that a lot of you guys have sometimes when you're coming into my office. I've heard that from previous new patients. My job isn't to keep you here for forever. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to help you get through your pain, live optimally, and then have you go on your merry way. So what I do is I address the root cause of your pain, and then through maybe a month or two of treatment, make sure that it stays that way, and then you can go off your merry way. So instead of having to pay for your pain medication for X number of months, you can come see me, address the actual root cause, and get it over with. Boom! How long did that take? That took 2 minutes of my time. I'm not even a chiropractor, yet I communicated more effectively than 80% of chiropractors who run advertisements online. Now, why was that little speech so valuable to your potential audience? Most people really don't know what a chiropractor actually does. So when you educate your audience using that approach, one, you're selling yourself. You get to sell your personality, talk to your audience, get them to actually resonate with you on a human-to-human interaction. Two, you're providing real substantive value. You're answering a misconception most people have. Three, you haven't even gone for a sale yet. And the cool thing about Facebook advertising is that you can actually retarget people who watch that video. So if you provide a video like that to your audience, you can retarget everyone that watches that video. And at the end of the video, you could say, so, hey guys, this has been Dr. John with Advanced Healing Chiropractic. I hope that information gave you a better understanding of chiropractic as a profession. And if any of you have chiropractic needs, please reach out to us at XYZ phone number. That simple. 2 minutes of your time could literally translate into tens of thousands of dollars of revenue. And most importantly, that video ad will be perceived as much more valuable than this short-term spammy ad that I have on the screen in front of me, because you provide substantive value up front in a way that's not scalable, that's not spammy. Everyone on Facebook right now is running ads like this, trying to go for the sale right away without actually providing value to their audience. All right, and then, let's just dive further into this. This kind of marketing is ultimately short-term. So, like I said, you may make short-term profits, but it runs out 2 to 3 months later. If you're watching this and you're a dentist or a chiropractor, you may have personally experienced this yourself. You worked with a Facebook ads agency, they gave you some scripted copy and paste advertisements, you were making profits for a short amount of time, and then you were like, hey man, why isn't it working anymore? I don't want to work with you. So furthermore, this approach, it costs you money in the long run because you're not leveraging anything into long-term market positioning. Like I said, let's move up here, guys. If you're going to invest in marketing, why not go all in? Seriously. It's amazing. I talk to clients on my 30-minute consultations, and they'll tell me, I want to increase my revenue by 50%. Okay? I want to grow my clinic and get a second clinic within the next couple of months. But when it comes down to actually executing and actually backing up their ambition with action, I'd say 80% of my clients don't actually mean what they say. They lie to me over the phone. Now, a few of you who are watching this, you might be like, wow, he's saying that about his clients. I am saying that. Those people are totally full of it. But if you're serious about growing your clinic, you're serious about positioning yourself as a premier provider in your local area, and you don't want to get bullied on by, the chiropractic franchise that's offering a $27 adjustment. You don't want to get bullied on by the, franchise dental clinic that's offering cleanings at $50 or whatever it is, but the Groupon clinics. You need to take the route. You need to bite the bullet, and you need to start putting in more effort to position yourself as a Nike, as an Apple, as a Coca-Cola. Is it expensive up front? Yes, it is. It is more expensive up front because it's more superior marketing. There's a lot more effort involved, time, energy, thinking, planning, follow-up. There's a lot more that goes into this than what most people are willing to endure. But the fact of the matter is, the faster you make this transition into this higher level form of marketing, the shorter amount of time you're going to spend being a Fila, and no one wants to be a Fila. Trust me, no one wants to be a Fila. And I'm sure you're tired of being a Fila as well. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in this weird financial limbo where you're just running ads like this over and over again, beating your head against the wall without actually making any substantive progress within your business. And there are so many of you chiropractors and dentists out there who probably say you've been in business for 15 years. Be honest with yourself. If you're still in this position, you've been in business for 10 years, repeating the same year over and over again. It's time you bite the bullet and confront the hard facts head on. Stop positioning yourself as a Fila. Rise above and turn into a Nike. Okay? So let's end this presentation and actually give you a plan to follow so you can better advertise your clinic and attract more patients to your clinic in a systematically superior way, so you're not spamming people's news feeds with crappy ads like this. So here's some guidelines. Your online marketing needs to address all of these questions. Question number 1, does your audience know, like, or trust you? Are they a cold audience, people who have never seen your brand before, they don't know you? If so, if they're a cold audience, you have to provide more value to them. You have to actually build that relationship, okay? You can't advertise to a cold audience and expect an immediate sale. It's the equivalent of walking into a bar, up to a stranger, getting down on one knee, and asking them to marry you. They'll tell you no, 97% of the time. The 3% that tells you yes, they're crazy people. 3% that tells you yes, more than likely Groupon offers, Groupon shoppers. You don't want that. You want to do the hard work because you get the big rewards. You want to get the long-term marriage, not the short-term transaction. Okay? What's their familiarity with you? Are they cold? Are they warm? Are they hot? Warm people, they're easier to convert. You don't have to provide as much value up to them up front, but the only way those people ever became warm was by you initially offering value to them. So that's still required for you to offer value and entertain or educate them. Now, trust, what does that mean? They have either seen you in person, they came in for a first consultation, they're already a patient, or they're a friend of a patient who's an advocate of you. Those are basically the three categories of a person trusting you. Excuse me, sorry, I have a cough. Number 2, what is your positioning, okay? When you're beginning to advertise on Facebook or Google, ask yourself, are you a Nike or are you a Fila? Be honest with yourself. If you're a Fila, you have a lot more hard work to do. Rising up to the tops, it's going to require a lot more money because you're not in that leveraged position. However, you have more to gain as a Fila than a Nike does. Nike has to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to gain traction. All right? As a Fila, if you get your cards straight, you have a well-converting home website, you invest in some well-produced video ads, you start providing value to your audience, you can have traction within a very short amount of time. 14 days, 30 days, completely transforming the trajectory of your business, okay? Be honest with yourself. Question number 3, how do I need to influence my audience in order to build trust? Super important. You're not going to get a sale without trust. So how do I need to influence my audience in order to build trust first, then and only then go for the sale? Don't disrespect your cold audiences. Give them value, get them to trust you, then go for the sale. Question number 4, we're going to close it out soon. What am I trying to sell, and how can I make an offer better than my competitors while also maintaining the quality of my brand through exceptional marketing? All right, so there are a lot of people that run advertisements that are very generic. Okay, they use stock images, they use images that are not that entertaining, not that customized, etc. They don't use videos that are customized, shot by the doctor themselves, etc. if you're going to advertise, all right, the more customized your actual content is, the better produced your content is, you'll be able to make an offer while also maintaining a very highly perceived brand that has everything to do with human psychology. Basically, don't be newsfeed spam. So I hope you found value in this short presentation. If you need help with your online marketing as a dental or chiropractic clinic, please click the link below in the video description to book a 30-minute consultation with me. I'd love to help you better position your clinic as a Nike, not as a Fila, and help you magnetically attract new patients to your business through intelligent, value-driven marketing. You can also give me a call at 907-330-9888. That is my cell phone number, and I look forward to seeing your success in online marketing. You have a wonderful day. See ya.